Hello, everybody. This is Teacher Zdenek. Welcome to another live English lesson with me and one of my students. Unfortunately, my student is a bit late. She is stuck in a traffic jam. So I am going to have to talk by myself on my own for a bit, which is okay. But I've just realized this is not Learn English with Football, but because that's a Monday show. Today is Wednesday. I do apologize for that. I just have to switch something here. Now it's correct. Okay, so if you are listening live, then welcome. If you're not listening live, then also welcome. Whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're listening, welcome. Okay, so like I said, my name is Zdenek. I'm an English teacher, and this is my YouTube channel, but this is also streamed onto my LinkedIn profile as well as my Facebook page because I use StreamYard, which is a nice service which allows me to stream onto several multiple platforms. In this case, I can stream with my program. I can stream to up to 3 different platforms. So I'm using it for YouTube, LinkedIn, as well as Facebook. Yes. So as I said before, I'm waiting for my student to show up. She's late. She's stuck in traffic jam. So if you have got any questions, any comments, if you just want to say hi, feel free to do that in the chat box. And for now, I suppose I could tell you about what I do. So you may have noticed I work as an English teacher. So if you are someone who might need English lessons, then I am your man. Basically, I teach using communicative method. I am a well-qualified English teacher with a master's degree, and also I've got the CELTA certificate as well as 2 modules of the Delta, which these 2 are Cambridge certificates for English teachers. I have worked with students from all around the world. I've lived in London as well and worked there for a language school. So I've got plenty of experience, but I'm not here to blow my own trumpet. This is just basically me telling you basically what you can get if you hire me as your teacher. Obviously, there are a lot of stuff I do for free as well. So if you fancy, obviously, this YouTube channel, but I also have an English podcast called Zdenek's English Podcast. You might want to check that out. I've been doing it for as long as I can remember. I'd say for more than 8 years. I've had some fantastic guests on the podcast, including Luke Thompson from Luke's English Podcast and others. I would probably forget about them if I were to start naming them all. But really, really great guests. A lot of interesting interviews, and basically, I think it's a great way to develop your listening skills just by listening to English used in an authentic way, dialogues. I believe it's a fantastic way to work on your listening and on your English in general. I also have an Instagram profile. You can find me as at Teachers Zdenek on Instagram. I'm relatively new to Instagram. I've had an active profile for about, I don't know, 2 odd years, and these days I basically make posts about learning English through football. Yes, I'm a massive football fan. Football is my passion. I've loved football. I loved football ever since I was a little boy. And last year I actually stopped playing it because, well, I'm not as young as I used to be, not as fast as I used to be. So these days I don't play it anymore. However, football will always stay in my heart. And as an English teacher, I've always looked for innovative ways to work with my students and to make my students enjoy the learning process was on the top of my priority list, let's say. So basically, this is one of the ways I work with my students. I have got a few students with whom I only talk about football, and we speak about the football matches they have seen. We talk about interesting football players. I teach one football journalist, actually, from my country. He works for famous TV station, and I've got a confirmation from him that he will be appearing on this YouTube channel at some point in the future. So I think that will be an interesting interview. We could talk about how I've been helping him um, work on his own English and about his job, and we will discuss anything related to football, really. Once again, I do have a football show which you can watch every Monday live at 8 p.m. Central European Time, in case you're interested. I also record these live lessons. If you're wondering, Zdenek, how can I become one of your students for these live lessons, for these YouTube lessons? Well, basically, you have to be one of the Achievers Chamber members, and that's another way you can work with me. Achievers Chamber members, Achievers Chamber. Achievers, Achievers Chamber Discord group is a group. It's like a little community of high level English learners, usually B2, C1 level. And these guys come from different countries, usually European countries. And we have like social events. We play games together in English. I do have some lessons. I correct my students' English or the members' English. And there is no what's the word for it, you don't always have to be there. If you can't make it, you can't make it. It's not like compulsory attendance or anything, but it's a paid subscription group, so it gives you some sort of accountability. So most people do take part in all of these social events, or some of them at least. There's one about football. We just talk about football. Then there's one about grammar, where we discuss grammar. A lot of different things, a lot of different ideas. We play games together, as I said, because I'm a big fan of board games. You might see some board games behind me as well. This is another of my passions. Another of those sort of innovative ideas that I've had as an English teacher as well. I have bought a lot of these games so that I could play them with my students, and I did that in London as well. I had my board games club there, and all of my students knew that I was that guy, that teacher that plays games with students. But I didn't just play games with students just because. I always tried to find ways I could actually use the games as a way to help them with their English. So I created several even like lesson plans. I structured the lessons, came up with target language and things like that. I would go as far as to say that I have developed my unique method as to how to teach English through board games. I do have a course, English through board games. It's called English through board games. So let me know if you are interested. We are about to run one of those courses, but the one that we are about to run is unfortunately full now. I can't get any more people in. So if you want to join the next one, just let me know. And once there are enough people, we can make it happen. I've got another course called English through role plays, which is, well, it's about role plays. I think it's more, if you don't know what a role play is, just imagine you are an actor in a theater, and you've got your role, and you just have to play your part. So something like that. A role play is a speaking activity, and that I like a lot, and I think it can really help a lot of students boost their confidence when it comes to speaking, and it's a lot of fun as well. And I always create role plays which are slightly controversial and or weird or just funny, in order to make it fun and enjoyable. Yeah. So it's another course called English through role plays, which I have, which is let's say slightly less heavy. Like the board games course is, I wouldn't say it's for geeks. I think anyone can join it, but it's kind of particular, it's kind of specific. Whereas the role plays course, it's more suitable for anyone who wants to learn general English. And of course, I'm planning some other things in the future. Hopefully, I'll be able to make English through football course. Of course, it's one of the things on the to-do list, as well as a pronunciation course. It's all in my head. By the way, all these courses, it's not one of those that you kind of buy and then you just watch videos and then I'm physically not there. No, this is a course with me and other participants. It's a group course. Right. So I just want to put the people who have been leaving comments up on screen. So hi Volt 379, interesting name. Hi Anis, Anat, and last but not least, hi Irena, my esteemed colleague from Poland. And here is Monika. Hi Monika.
Hi. Excuse me for the delay.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I tried to build it up, and now we're all curious about you, and here you are. So you managed to get back home safely?
I did.
Is the traffic congested a lot today?
Yes, it is. I lost 2 hours in traffic jam.
Ooh, 2 hours.
And I was.
Is that common? Does it happen often or not so often?
No. And today, excuse me, today it was quite weird because I stuck in, as I said, in traffic jam on highway because one truck driver was blocking the traffic all the time for at least 1 hour. You know, I lost 1 hour just because of that one driver.
Why was he doing that?
I have no idea. And I tried to talk to him. Some other drivers did the same. He kept repeating that he didn't speak English at all. He didn't speak Czech at all. And he didn't understand us and stuff like this. But he was in a left line. And in front of him, there was no cars or were no cars. You know, he was just doing it on purpose. I'm quite sure.
So hang on. So did he stop? Did he block the road, or was he just driving slowly?
No, he stopped, and then after 20 minutes, he was driving slowly for 30 seconds, and then he stopped again.
Okay, so was he drunk or high or?
No,
well, you mentioned you were driving on a highway, so you might have been high. Is he highway high? Does it make sense? Probably not. Probably not. As well as that, we say we call it motorway in British English. Highway is in American English. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wasn't sure about it, and then we called the police. That driver must have made a deal with other truck drivers. He couldn't have been alone in this, because when we called the police, you know, and the driver saw the police coming, he let us go, and other truck drivers farther on the way went to the left line and kept blocking it. You know, like such a crazy situation.
What do you mean kept booking it?
Blocking
it, yeah. So okay. Well, let's
blocking it.
So let's speculate about this. Sorry?
Go on, please.
No. You were saying something. I just didn't understand.
I just corrected myself. I said they were blocking the highway or the motorway. Yeah, other drivers. So that wasn't just that one. Like, what did you want to say?
No, finish your point.
Yeah, that must have been more drivers involved in this, and I have no idea what. what was their purpose, why they were
Oh,
doing it. But
okay.
Mhm.
Does anybody have any ideas? Like, let's speculate about this. Yeah, let's try to work it out as if we are detectives, like Sherlock Holmes or something. So, what could be the reason for this? Yeah, do we have any wild theories, guys? I can see a lot of you are watching this. So, why do you think there was a crazy driver uh, on a motorway in the Czech Republic who was basically who caused a massive traffic jam, and he led to Monika um, wasting 2 hours of her time. Why did this happen? It's, this person is probably now disrupting Monika's internet connection as well. Monika, yeah, you made it back. Yeah, yeah. So, do you guys have any idea why this could have happened? Let's talk about it. Leave your comments in the chat box. So it
And
could be someone, it could be someone just drunk or high or just
a bit.
mentally
Mhm.
mentally unstable, let's say. Yeah, mentally ill. Is that
Yeah,
possible?
I'd say so, because there was no crash on the road.
Hmm. Okay, like no car accident or anything like that. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Right. Okay. So, all right, we've got her. I'm not sure if I'll be able to pronounce your name correctly. Hervé. Yeah, let us know how we should pronounce your name. If you can even find a phonetic transcription of your name, that would be helpful. Hervé, and tell us where you're from because I haven't seen you here before. Nice of you to listen to us or to watch our lesson. So the question is, Monika, if you could sum it up again, what happened to you? Sum it up again in one sentence, and then follow
I
it up with a question for Hervé.
I stuck in traffic jam
You got stuck in a traffic jam, yeah?
because one truck driver was blocking the left line of the motorway. And the question is, why do you guys think this could have happened? Because there was no crash, no car accident on
Hmm.
the road, and I have no idea what motivated or inspired or made the driver do something like that.
Hmm. Yeah. Why did he do that? Yeah. So he
Mhm.
was a truck driver, you say? Truck driver.
Truck
Okay,
driver.
interesting.
Mhm.
So sometimes in England they say lorry driver, by the way, lorry driver. So why did he do that? So it was a guy or a man,
A
a man.
man. Yes.
So were you working at the time, by the way?
Yes, I were. I was. Yes, I was.
Okay. So you are a professional driver, as we know. So how does that make you feel? Because does it mean that because you're a professional driver, you keep your cool, kind of you because there are a lot of drivers who go mad, right, when things are not happening in their favor, let's say. A lot of
Mhm.
people like behind the wheel turn into animals. So I assume you're not one of them because this is your job, right? So you're probably one of the calm people
Uh,
when it comes to driving. So how
but
did
still,
that make? How did they make you feel?
uh, I was feeling a bit nervous
Mm,
because I was supposed to come to the final destination at
yeah,
certain time, and I had to wait
yeah,
in that traffic jam. Yeah,
yeah,
and I was a bit annoyed because
yeah.
I couldn't understand why he was doing this.
So you
So
also went to talk to him, you said,
yeah, I tried,
and what did
but
he say to you? What did he
nothing.
say to you?
Because he was from Serbia, and he
Ah,
said he didn't speak Czech and he didn't speak
mhm.
English. And that
So
was
he had a Serbian. What's the word for it?
number.
Number plate. Yeah,
Number plate. Mm?
a plate. Is it plate number or number plate?
I think plate number.
Yeah.
I think so. Even that
Oh,
my boss,
oh,
whose
oh,
English is excellent, uses plate number. So this
yeah.
should be correct.
Okay. I'll check it for us. Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
So yeah, it seems like it's a number plate though. I think
Interesting.
that's what I thought. License plate or number plate. Yeah.
Interesting. So even my
Yeah.
boss makes a
No, but
mistake.
it's logical. It's logical, Monica. Yeah. So
Uh-huh.
number plate or license plate. I'll tell you why. When you have in English, this is what you call a compound noun. Yeah. And
Mhm.
in English, whenever you have a compound noun, which is made up of two nouns, which is the case here, like you have a license plate or a number plate, the second noun is the one that is kind of more important, and the first noun describes the second noun. So if you
Oh,
look at what it is, we understand it in English as in it's like a plate. You know, it's a
mhm.
plate. Maybe in our language, for us, it's like a number more than a plate. You know what I mean?
I do.
Uh, Theoretically, it's possible to say both, but I've just checked the dictionary, and it seems most people just say number plate and a license plate. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So because the main thing is the plate, and
Mhm.
what kind of plate is it? It's a plate with a number. So the word number describes the plate.
Mhm.
If that makes any sense. That's how I understand it anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
So it turns out British English number plate, license plate in American English. Okay. So right. Hair, like in German. Ja, natürlich. And wer, like French, have the secret. I can't speak French, unfortunately. Okay. So Hervé, something like that. Hervé. I'll probably get it wrong. You know what you can do? You can go to wakarucom, Hervé. Go to wakaru.com and record yourself, and then I can listen to it. If you record yourself like 3 second, um, record yourself, make a 3 second MP3, then I'll quickly listen to it because you will send us a link, and then I'll know how to pronounce your name. Okay. All right. Hervé's theory is that this driver may have had an argument with another driver about something. Monica, what do you
So
think?
now it would have been a bit weird because it took more than 1 hour. So, and it would, and now I'm trapped because I'm going to make a mistake. Maybe it would,
Just go with it. Don't worry. Don't think about it too much.
it, it, I think just, it would take even longer
Uh-huh.
if if we hadn't called the police
Okay.
because the
So
one, and
mhm.
okay.
I'll correct it later. We know what you mean, yeah?
Mhm. Would have taken.
Yeah. Mhm.
Excuse me, guys.
It's the third. It's the famous
Third
third conditional.
conditional.
We will
Yeah.
talk about it later when we do the
I'm
feedback part. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. So nobody called the police then. So are you saying nobody called the police?
We did. We no. It. But if we hadn't called them,
Ah, you
it
did. I
would
got
have
it.
taken even longer because he was determined to stay there, and he absolutely wasn't willing to let us go. Yeah.
Okay, that's funny. It's
So,
like it's kind of like a
yeah.
childish behavior, isn't it? Like when a child decides that they're never gonna change their mind. They are just so stubborn. I used to be like that because I'm Aries. That's my sign. Yeah. So if I wanted something to be my way, nobody could do anything with me. But that's a bit of a problem if you are a truck driver in the middle of the road and for some reason you decide to just make a complete hash out of a traffic situation. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Max's theory is that he had the truck, Max, with you, yeah, truck stolen, and was trying to learn how to get away with it. Okay, that's interesting. Interesting theory. What do you mean he had the? I don't understand. So do you mean someone stole? So he had it stolen. So
Mhm.
it would mean that that he made a deal with someone so that they would steal his truck, uh, perhaps. Yeah, something like that. Interesting idea, for sure. The temperature of the engine was too high. So we know Dennis is like a technology guy. So okay, temperature. Maybe he was trying to explain himself to everyone. He was scared to continue because him if he had driven his car, he might have blown up because of his engine being too hot. That's Dennis's theory.
But in this case, he wouldn't have gone to the right line
Yeah.
right after seeing the police lights.
Mm. Okay,
So,
Monica, I'm gonna help you with something right now. I
okay.
actually happened to discuss this with another student of mine. I can't remember who it was, but we talked about the difference between line and lane, and I want to make a distinction here. Yeah, so
Mhm.
this is important for you as a driver. A line is like what you get in the middle of the. Imagine some sort of small road, like a very small road, like not an important road, not a fast road, a road in a town. Okay, where you just have one. You see, I can't use the word lane yet because okay, whatever is in the middle, the white thing in the middle, the narrow thing in the middle, it's a line. Sometimes
Oh,
you have like a divide. It's what do you call it? There's like a straight line,
mhm.
continuous line, and then you have got like interrupted line or whatever it's called. I'm not sure. Yeah,
Okay.
interrupted line. Yeah. Um, and then I believe, I don't know what the rules are. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you have the interrupted line, you can overtake other vehicles. If
Yes,
it's a full line, you
you can.
can't. That's the rule, right? And then sometimes you have like a double line as well. And that's
E-
what does that mean?
That's even stronger the sign that you can't overtake
Right.
the
Yeah.
vehicle.
The punishment or the fine
Is
is is bigger if
bigger.
heavier if you overtake a car. It's like you can never do that under no circumstances. I believe that's like when you're going up the hill, right?
Yes.
Usually, if you're going
Yes.
up the hill, it's like a double line. So that's a line, Monica. Yeah. However, when on a motorway, yeah, motorway, it's like much wider.
Mhm.
And here in our country, in the Czech Republic, um, you have got two,
Or even 3. Yes.
and it's called lanes, not lines, lanes. Lanes, lanes, yeah? So you've got two lanes in the Czech Republic, and then there are two more lanes like going the opposite direction, right? So,
Mhm.
but we say it's two lanes, like it's technically four, right? But it's like two lanes. In some countries, you've got three or four. I mean, I believe in Germany, for example, they have got more, right?
Mhm. Right. Right.
Yeah. And then I think the fastest one is supposed to be the one on the left. So the left lane is the fastest lane, right? It's the fast lane,
It is.
and it's not, you're not supposed to stay there. I believe as well. Like it's just for overtaking vehicles.
Yes.
I,
Exactly.
th- I think so.
And that's
I'm
why.
see.
That's
I don't drive, but I could easily
you know
do. I know because I ride a bicycle. You see, so not on a motorway though.
Mhm.
I don't think I don't think it's allowed.
It's not.
Uh, it seems a bit dangerous to me. So yeah. So a line, a lane. Yeah, line, lane. Two different
Mhm.
words. Okay, very, very good. Still discussing what happened. So we've got Dennis, the driver, had to wait for some time to cool down the engine. Yeah. But okay, was the driver like, did he seem upset or
Ignorant, arrogant, a bit upset. Like, I won't leave. I won't let you go.
yeah?
He seemed like because there was a traffic jam in
Yeah.
right lane. All
Mhm.
the trucks had to wait,
Yeah.
and it seemed that he decided to go to the left lane.
Yeah.
Just to block the personal cars. Like, if I can't go, you won't go as well. You won't go either. Yeah.
Hang on. So
Keep messing this
how did
up.
he block? How did
Yeah.
he block it? So did he like move the vehicle vertically
No,
as well, or
no, no, no.
no?
He just stopped,
He
and
just
he
stopped
wouldn't go. He wouldn't drive. He would
horizontally.
go
Okay,
horizontal.
because he could like move sideways, yeah, and just block the whole because it was there were more lanes. So okay, so the traffic moved a bit, but not fast.
Yeah, and he was moving as quickly as the right lane. So he wouldn't let us go faster.
And then he stopped the car as well.
When he
The
stopped,
stopped the
when
truck.
the right lane stopped, he stopped as well.
Okay. Do you think he could have like been upset about the Czech rules, or maybe he had got a fine, and then he was like, it was his way of taking revenge on Czech drivers or something like that?
It could have been kind of revenge. Yeah, it seemed like this.
Okay, interesting. I don't know the problems about the way they both drive. I don't know. I don't know what this means. Maybe he didn't understand the driving rules, the traffic rules.
Why would? I don't
Why
think.
wouldn't he? Because they are universal, more or less, right?
Yeah.
The signs might look a little bit different in different countries. In some countries, you drive on the left, like in the UK. But other than that, the rules are more or less the same, right?
Exactly. At least in Europe,
Yeah.
rules are more or less the same.
Hmm. Yeah. Again, Max, truck. You need to write truck with U. Yeah. Track is a different word. Track is it's like route. Yeah.
For trains or trams.
Yeah. Track or train track. Yeah, train track. It has a lot of meanings. Like it could be like a track for running track, cycling track, I suppose. Yeah. The website's name is wakarucom. Like this. Hang on. Wakaru.com. Okay. That's where you can record something, then send it to other people. Yeah, you can just you just have to share a link with us. All right, Monika, did the police come?
They did.
What did they say?
They just asked me what driver it was. I point at him, and they did their job.
Can you say this part again?
They just asked me which driver it was. I point at him at the truck, and the police did their job. They overtook the truck and made him, I don't know what. Yeah, if they fined him or
Yeah. Did they take his driving license?
I don't think so.
Would you have done it if you were a policeman?
No,
A
never.
policewoman?
No,
Never. Why
no,
not?
no, no. For something like this, no.
You mean
It
for
goes, okay.
no?
It goes on other drivers' nerves, but it's not that
Mm.
serious. That
Okay.
No. I would probably have fine, and last past that past participle is find.
Yeah, because it's a regular verb. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I would have probably fined him.
Yep.
And told him like to not to do it anymore.
Yeah. Told him off. You would have told him off.
Told him off. I would have told him off. Yeah.
Yeah. I have recently learned a good idiom, everyone. A really useful idiom. Maybe it's quite applicable in this situation. To give someone a slap on the wrist. Yeah. To give someone a slap on the wrist. Is it on their wrist or on the wrist? On the wrist, yeah. So it means to like mildly punish someone. So you could like small punishment, not very severe, even if it's deserved, even if a bigger punishment is deserved. You still like give someone a slap on their wrist. It's like a warning rather than a punishment. Yeah. To slap someone on the wrist, or got it? A slap on the wrist. That's the idiom. I quite like it. Oh, is Monica gone again? Oh yes, is she? Yeah, Monica. Sorry.
Oh, I'm back. I was gone, but
Yep.
now I'm back. Sorry.
Yeah. So a slap on the wrist. A slap on the wrist. It's like, not. Sometimes people deserve like a more severe punishment, but you just give them a small slap on the wrist, and sometimes it's used like idiomatically as an idiom. So you could say, he got a slap on the wrist, but he wasn't. I don't think he was severely punished. I don't think they have taken away his driver's license or something like that. Aries is, you have 12 signs of zodiac. Yeah, these come from Latin, I believe. So Aries is like the ram. It's, I think it's a male from sheep, isn't it, Monica? A ram with the antlers,
Words.
with the horn, like those horns, like spiral horns.
Maybe.
You know those guys that like try to fight with the horns, like guys, not guys, but animals. I mean, I say guys, but I mean animals. Ram. It's the people who were born in April and also at the end of March are born under the sign of Aries, and one of them. And we tend to be quite stubborn, as a ram would be. And Aries is like a Latin word for it. In fish, that would be Pisces, but I'm not sure about what French people call it, Hervé. Not sure about that. Yeah. Okay. Maybe the car, lorry, truck was broken and it needed to be fixed. It didn't look like that, based on what Monica is telling us. No?
I don't think so.
Yeah. But you know what, Monica? We must be grateful to this guy, because thanks to him, we had a really interesting story to talk about in our live lesson. And we came up with a lot of interesting vocabulary. And you practice your English a lot. And we had a lot of questions coming from curious viewers. So every cloud, Monica, can you complete the idiom or the proverb?
Every cloud.
Every cloud, so everything bad, every cloud has,
I don't know.
golden medal. What's the gold medal? What's the second one?
A silver medal?
Yeah, every cloud has a silver
Medal?
lining.
silver
Every cloud
lining.
has a silver lining. Yeah, it's like a proverb. Every cloud. So if a lot of things go wrong, there's always something good you can find about it. You can always find a positive in it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
this was obviously a lot of time. You wasted a lot of your time, and it was quite stressful and annoying and whatnot. You probably also had to. You also used up more fuel as a driver, I can imagine. But every cloud has a silver lining. Yeah, we have a good story to talk about in our lesson.
That's right.
Which, yeah, because
That's
as you
Mhm.
maybe if this is your first time watching, guys, so the way I do these live lessons, and actually most of my lessons, is that I teach it with the method called Dogme. Dogme is it's based on a conversation. Often there's no lesson plan, and we just talk, and it makes for really interesting lessons most of the time. There's an extra element that this is broadcast live on my YouTube channel. Sometimes it makes people a little bit stressed, but Monika is one of the veterans of these live lessons. Monika, is this like your 10th or 8th or something like that? 8th,
something like that. Yes.
right? So you're a veteran. So nothing can really surprise you here, right?
No, but it still makes me nervous. You know that normally I speak better, but
Well, but that's
okay. I mean, I
that
have
could,
to.
that could be a good thing, yeah, because then it's like a good preparation for an exam or
Mhm.
something like that, like when the occasion is big and you have to
Mhm.
perform, so, and the more you do it, the more comfortable you will be.
Definitely. You know that I'm afraid just of one thing,
Yeah,
and it hasn't happened yet, so I don't expect it to happen. So
yeah.
I'm more and more relaxed.
You're afraid
Oh,
to see your boss here.
mm, yes.
This is
Or he doesn't need to appear here right now, but he can listen to it anytime later, and it will be the same disaster, you know.
Don't worry, this YouTube channel is not famous enough for your boss to notice it, so you will be fine. I would bet on it.
Mm.
Okay, before we move on to the feedback section, Hervé has got a question. Silver lining, it's not silver line, it's a silver lining. So, you know how you have a cloud in the sky, a cloud, yeah, a typical shape of a cloud. Um, Basically, there is always the sun behind it, yeah? And the way you see it is that you see the great stuff in the middle, and then the lining is like the border. It's the border because the sun is trying to get through it, right? So on the edge of the cloud, it creates the silver lining. I think that's where this comes from. So a cloud is a bad thing. A cloud is a bad thing, right? It's something you don't want to see because you prefer sunshine. So it's like the negative stuff. So that's like Monica's experience with this guy. The silver lining is like the good thing about a cloud. It's like a nice thing, a silver lining. Yeah, it's like beautiful. So every cloud has a silver lining. It's like a nice let's say it could be
Right.
like a mindset thing, right? Like if you are one of those negative people, sometimes I'm like that. You always see negatives in everything, yeah. But you should think more positively because every cloud has a silver lining. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger and stuff like that. All those expressions. That's that one. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. It's the same idea, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Something really bad, some kind of ugly experience, and you can always put a twist on it, or you can always kind of flip it on its head and look at the positive thing. Okay, something terrible happened to you. You failed your exam. Well, now you know. Now you have the experience. Now you know you have to study harder, so you can learn from your mistake. Right? It's not the worst.
Mm.
And also, when you pass it, you will be proud of yourself when you do. I don't know. You might have to work harder. There's always a positive, like you can always look at it from another angle. Anyway, Monica, we quickly have to do the feedback part. Okay, so here we go. Sharing my screen. As always, with all my students, even private students, I use Google Documents. Here we go. So, Monika, you said, hang on, let me just change something. I assume you can all see this. I'm just gonna change the layout. Yeah, I'm gonna put us down there. I like it more like this. All right. So, Monika, that's what you said. I stuck
In traffic on highway, right?
Sorry.
I stuck in traffic jam on highway.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. You say on the road, right? Or on highway. I would say on.
I said on, but
You might have said on. I just this was not what I was. This was not why I wrote this down anyway. Is traffic jam, first of all, is traffic jam countable or not? Let's see. In a traffic jam could be countable, right? And let's see. Yes, it is countable. Yeah, that's what I thought. So you have to say in a traffic jam. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was uncountable. Yeah, my bad, my mistake.
The word traffic itself is uncountable. You must say there was a lot of traffic. You can't say there was many traffic or something like that. Yeah. There wasn't much traffic. So the word traffic is uncountable. But when you talk about a traffic jam, then it's countable. But also there's a problem with this thing here.
Just stuck, not stuck.
There are like two problems with this actually. So
I'm all ears because I have no idea if it's gonna be useful for me. This lesson.
You have to say. I'm just gonna correct it for you. You have to say I got stuck. I got stuck. Yeah, I got stuck. Because it's kind of like passive, you know. It's like it's the same. It's similar expression is I got married. You also don't say I married in traffic. You know, like I
married someone.
Yeah, you say I married someone, right?
You shouldn't say it like this. I got married.
You have to say I got stuck. You also say I got stuck in an elevator. You can't say I stuck in an elevator. Yeah. And also it's stick, stuck, stuck. Yeah, the verb, I think it comes from the verb stick, right? Stick, stuck, stuck. I believe so. Stick, stuck, stuck. It shouldn't be stuck anyway. You know what I mean?
Now I do.
Yeah, I think basically the verb is to get stuck. Or the phrase is to get stuck somewhere. You get stuck in an elevator. Where else can you get stuck, Monika?
In line in the supermarket, for example.
Yeah, in a queue, yeah.
Or in a queue. Or I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good example.
Yes. At home.
You can also say I am stuck. Yeah, you could say I am stuck in a traffic jam. You're calling someone. Where are you, Monika? Sorry, I'm stuck. To be stuck. Yeah, so you got stuck, but you can also say to be stuck. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
But I don't think you can say I stuck. It just doesn't work. It has like this kind of passive meaning, you know. Because the thing is, like, you can say I stick, but it's like when you're sticking something. Like I'm sticking. What are you doing? What are your kids doing? Oh, they are sticking some stickers, whatever, sticking something onto something else, right? To stick something.
Yes.
You put it up, you know, something like that. Hopefully that makes sense. So it's not that you can't say it, but with this meaning, yeah, I'm just gonna delete this. You have to say to get stuck in a lift often, or in a queue, you could say. Yeah. All right, very good. He was in left
lane.
Yes. I think I would also say in the left lane. I think. Well, well, I would say the left lane because it's a specific one. Yeah, lane. Yeah. So I spoke about it here. This is line, lane. Yeah, two different words, different pronunciation. I like this. You said they must have had a deal with other drivers. So you could have also said they must have made. Sorry, that. Did you say he? You said he, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry. He must have had a deal with other drivers. So you were speculating
Mm-hmm.
why more people got involved in this. Why more people kind of followed his lead and did the same thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of a joke from you, but I like this use of must have had. So this means Monica is sure that this is what happened. She's speculating. Yeah, she's trying to figure out what happened, and she said he must have had. So it's like you are sure that this is what happened. Yeah, must plus have plus past participle. Very nice. They were continuing blocking the highway. This is not wrong, but I think it's a bit awkward stylistically.
Mm-hmm.
How could you improve it to make it sound a little bit less awkward?
Kept blocking the highway.
Yeah, they kept blocking the highway, or they continued blocking. I think the problem is like because you have two ing forms here, so I think it's theoretically possible, but it just doesn't sound good in English. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they kept blocking the highway would be the perfect solution.
Okay.
All right. How do you pronounce this word, Monica?
Motivated.
Right. What's this sound here?
I don't know what.
First sound. First sound. The first vowel sound. What is it? What should it be?
Motivated.
Oh, you think it's like
motivate? No. You
like God.
No. Motivated, like schwa sound, right?
Do you think it's motivated? Do you think it's motivated? No, it's this. Look, it's this. It should be this.
Motivated. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it's
Motivated. Not motivated, motivated. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Basic word. And
I have to say that I think I have been making a mistake myself in this. How do we pronounce this?
The same way? No.
Yeah,
Don't say
and I think I myself have been mispronouncing it here, so I apologize. You see, we can all learn from this, including myself. So it's the same problem, yeah. Not motorway. This is how I pronounce it sometimes by accident or by mistake, let's say. But it should actually be motorway, motorway. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, I've been mispronouncing it all the time.
Me too,
learning English.
I actually kind of realized it now. I kind of knew this, but sometimes you know it and you still mispronounce it. Yeah, so you just need to realize it. Yeah, but the good thing is that this is a similar problem here. Yeah, so we have two words. Actually, we can find more examples which start with mot. So motive, right?
Mm-hmm.
We also say we don't say motive, we say motive. Yeah. What
Motorbike.
else?
Motorbike.
Sorry?
Motorbike.
Motorbike. Yeah, that's right. Motorbike. Motel as well. Motel.
I know this one. Yeah, motel.
Yeah. Motel. Yeah. So
motivation? It's not motivation, is it?
it is. It is. It's motivation. Yeah.
Is it the rule that every time there's MOT, it's always pronounced being? Yeah, I should always pronounce it the same.
I think I would take a massive risk if I said yes now, because in English that you will always find the exceptions. It seems like it's the case. Yeah, it seems like it might be a rule, but I wouldn't. Don't quote me on that. Yeah.
Okay.
Just proceed with caution. Moto as well. Moto. Yeah, it looks like when you have when you start with mot, it seems like it's always pronounced mo. But I don't want to. Also, there's a football player, Mo Salah, and it might be it's an Arabic name. It comes from Mohammed, right? Mohammed. So I think in Arabic they probably don't say Mo. They probably say just Mo. I don't know, but British people say Mo Salah, Mo, because I think Mo, yeah, is pronounced Mo. Okay.
Okay.
Right. I believe what's in American English truck driver is in British English lorry driver, I believe. Yeah. It's just useful to know both, I think. Now, we've already discussed this, Monica. So, which
Yeah.
one is correct? A plate number or number plate?
Number plate. Which is
Yeah.
surprising to me. Yeah. Number
Okay.
plate.
I think you can say plate number as well. But honestly, it looks like this is used a little bit more often. Okay.
Okay.
Now, what was wrong with this? You corrected yourself in the end. So
Yeah.
can you do that again, please?
It would have taken even longer if he hadn't, or if we hadn't called the police, because more of the drivers had.
Yeah,
called
not he, but we, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would have taken. We need
Yes.
taken here
Uh-huh.
and have. It would. So it's the third conditional.
I know the conditionals, but I don't know why I made such a mistake. It's not.
Don't
I
worry.
don't do it often. Like, I don't know why.
Don't beat yourself up, Monica. Yeah, it happens to the best of us. Remember what happened to me with this word motorway? Yeah. Okay. Now this was Max's mistake in spelling, but it's possible that some people also mispronounce it. So we've already explained the difference in meaning. So when you talk about a lorry, a vehicle, a big, large vehicle, it's which one is it? The first one or the second one, Monica?
The second one.
The second one, yeah. And what's the first one then? What does it mean?
The way.
Yeah, it's like the way. Okay. Right. Now, when it comes to pronunciation, how do we pronounce these two, Monica?
I think we pronounce it the same. Track and track.
No, we don't. So look at this.
Okay.
This, yeah. So it's two different vowel sounds, yeah. Track.
And track.
This is the open a track, like cat, like bad. It's not good. It's bad. Cat. Man, yeah. But this is like blood, like what else? Mug, mud, butt, yeah. Track, truck. So the problem is like because you are Czech, in our language in Czech we don't have this a. That's this always causes problems to us. We don't have a vowel a. So for a lot of Czech people, it's like track, track, truck, track. It's the same thing, but it's actually two different sounds. Track, truck, truck. Try.
Track and truck.
That's it. Just have to open your mouth a bit more with this first word. Track.
Track.
Track. Track.
Track. And truck.
Yeah. Cat. Okay. And truck. Right. Now, these two, also different pronunciation. Yeah. Would you agree?
Line and lane.
That's it. So, can you explain the difference to us again, Monica?
Yeah, line is between the lanes.
Yeah,
How did you explain it?
on the road. Yeah.
On the
Mhm.
road, yes.
Yeah. I'm just trying to find out if you say maybe I said like interrupted lines, right? Maybe some people call it like broken lines. Maybe there are more technical terms. I'm looking. So solid line. Maybe I said like full line. Maybe it's called solid line. Broken line or dashed line might be other like expressions for this. If you can guys go Google it,
Mm-hmm.
you guys can Google it. So there might be more different terms for it. Yeah, but we are referring to the same thing. Okay. Uh, Now you said this, Monica, and I would like you to focus on pronunciation again here. So how should you pronounce this sentence?
I won't leave. I won't let you go.
Now it was correct, yeah. So not want, but won't. Mhm. So there's a difference between want and won't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Again, this is a pronunciation thing. Now I'm gonna put it in. I've got a fantastic tool which was recommended to me by Helen. It's called twophonetics.com. I'm gonna share this with you if some of you are English teachers or English learners, and you might find it really useful. Just give me a second. Which allows me to transcribe quickly into this phonetic transcription. Yeah. So look, want, won't. Yeah. And the website is called Two Phonetics. I'm sharing it in the comments. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this is it's a great tool. Please check it out.
I will.
It's really good. All right, and then they just asked me what it was. Yeah, so this is supposed to be red. Monica, what's wrong with this?
They just asked me.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. I think I should follow the same tense in this case.
Maybe you were saying who it was?
Who would do?
I can't remember if this is what you said, Monica. It wasn't a mistake probably, but they just asked me who it was. The police, yeah?
Yes. Who it was?
Then
Yes. What?
I
And I pointed at him.
right, because twice you said I pointed him. I pointed it. It should be I pointed at him, yeah?
Mm-hmm. I pointed at him.
Yeah. So it should be like this.
Police did their job.
You know what? I'm gonna start doing it like this. I think it's gonna be better for our viewers to just make it put it in green, like to correct it like that. And the police did their job. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I believe there's something wrong with this idiom to go on other drivers' nerves. It's not goes, but it's.
Gets?
I think it's gets. Yeah, it should be gets. Don't would you agree? Something gets on your nerves. Does something go on your nerves? I think it's gets.
You know,
Gets.
my problem is that I often talk to English learners and they use a lot of things wrong, and I sometimes learn it from them. But doesn't matter. Now I know it gets.
I need to check this. Yeah, because it could be that it's possible too. I think it's get. I think it's get on someone's. Yeah, it seems to be get, as I said. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
something
Okay.
gets on your nerves. Can you tell us what it means? If something gets on your nerves, what does it mean, Monica?
It makes you annoyed. It's something you can't stand for a long time.
Exactly. It annoys you. Yeah, it makes your blood
Annoys
boil.
you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and then we have two useful kind of idioms or expressions. Remember what a slap on the wrist is?
Yes. Just small punishment or Can I use small punishment or
I think so, yeah. Mild, small,
mild
mild punishment, yeah.
Mm. And
Even
every
if you might deserve a severe punishment, but you just get a slap on the wrist. Yeah.
Mhm.
And the last one?
Every cloud has a silver lining. It means there's always a bright side on
Yeah.
everything.
So I think it's like a proverb. Okay. Yeah. Monika, have you got any more questions or comments or ideas?
I think I don't have any for now.
Okay. Seems like Hervé is telling us that in Arabic they say moo, moo. It's like what a cow does. Moo. Moo Salah. Is that how it is? A cow says moo, right?
Right.
I don't know. I will have to listen to that song. What does the fox say? Because in that song they will tell you what the individual animals actually say. That might help. All right. That's it. I'm gonna have another lesson after this, so I have to go. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks Monika for attending your class and for making it in time. Relatively in time. You were 10 minutes late. That's okay. I talked about how my viewers can work with me. Yeah. So if you guys like this live lesson, please give us a like. It does help the channel a lot. You can share it with your friends and make sure you join next time. And that's it. Yeah. All right. Take care, everyone. Bye, Monika.
Bye, Zdenek. Bye, everyone.
Bye.